What's up YouTube, Jadantastic here, and a few of you have been asking for a setup video to show you what I'm working with and what my setup exactly is, and I promise you that it is nothing special by any means. You will probably be pretty underwhelmed with what I have going on right now, but I will show you nonetheless. If you want to see it, then I will show it to you. Anything that you see I will mention in the description down below if you're interested in any of this stuff, or if you have any more questions or want further information about anything. I will put a link to as much of the stuff that I have around here as I can gather, I suppose. I'll put a link to in the description, and you can check that stuff out. So here we go. All right, here we go, guys. This is the setup. I told you it's pretty underwhelming. This is my tiny little workspace. This is my tiny little desk. This is where all of the magic happens. This is where everything goes down. And so what I'm going to do here is I will show you basically all of the different kind of parts and stuff that I have on the outside, and then I'll switch to a list view of all of the parts that are actually in the PC over there. I just put that together recently. It's my first PC. I was working off of a Mac for a really long time, a MacBook, but now I have the PC put together and it has been amazing. It's changed my life. So let's go over some of the stuff that I use to get the job done. As far as monitors, pretty basic. This one on the left side is an AOC monitor. It's not super high quality or anything like that, but it's pretty cheap if you just need a monitor to get the job done. There's a little YouTube headband. Minecraft sword, obviously need that, but it's pretty cheap. You can get it at Best Buy or on the web or anything like that. I use it just as a secondary screen to be able to see what I'm recording, or if I'm streaming, I have all of the streaming info on this screen. And then over here I have my Acer monitor, which is much better quality. It looks great, and it's only slightly more expensive than the monitor to the left, but this is where I actually do all of the gaming and all that kind of stuff, because it's a lot more crisp, it's a lot clearer, and it looks better. Let's see, the background is obviously Final Fantasy VII, my favorite video game of all time. I don't know if you probably know that by now. I talk about it all the time. Let's see, the face cam that I have up here is just a Logitech HD 720. Nothing too crazy there. I think that's like $30 or something like that. I don't really do a lot of face videos, but if I do, that's the camera that I use, so I wasn't going to go all out and get something crazy. This is the PC tower. Like I said, I will talk about all of the parts that are inside the PC in just a few minutes. We can go over all of that stuff. I have just a simple external 1 terabyte drive that holds all of my videos once they're finished and processed and all that. They go on that drive there. Let's see, what else do I have? I have the Cooler Master Storm light up keyboard and mouse. This was a nice set. Again, not that much. It was like 20 bucks. Again, just to clarify, I will link everything that I use in the description below if you want to check any of this stuff out. Let's see what else we got around here. I have my very high-tech monitor stands that I use. This is a box for the game of Categories. As you can see, this is a great game. I love this game. It's a lot of fun to play. And then over here, what was this? This was for the power supply to the PC. That is that box there. So they're very very advanced monitor stands. I know those are very hard to find. Couple $1,000s a piece for both of those stands, so that, you know, you might want to skip back on those if you're looking into that. What else do we have? I have my gunner optics, absolutely necessary if you're staring at computer screens all day. I love them. I swear by them. If I look at a computer now, then I get headaches, and I promise that that's actually true. So let's see, here we go. Visine, see, I wear contacts and stuff, so if I'm staring at a screen for long periods of time, I get all dried out and need my drops, so those are a necessity to have on the desk. I have my Scouter. Most of you by now should absolutely know that I am a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. That's mostly what I do on my channel, so there's the Scouter there. Got to keep it for reading power levels. You know, never know when someone's going to show up. I have a blue Snowball microphone, but that is not, I actually don't use that. It doesn't work very well at all. I couldn't get it to work. Story behind this, actually, that used to be Jericho Tucker. That used to be Jericho's mic, and then he gave it to Rhymestyle, and then Rhymestyle gave it to me. But it's been through its ups and downs, so it's not young anymore, I guess you could say. So it doesn't work all that well. So I actually use my Astro A40s And I swear by these headphones. Absolutely swear by them. They're fantastic. They're kind of expensive. They have a pretty high price point, but they changed my gaming life pretty much, I guess you could say. The sound quality is fantastic. As far as like playing and the surround sound feel and all that kind of stuff. And not only that, the mic that comes with them, this is what I use to record. I don't have a fancy expensive mic to record audio when I talk to you guys. It's just the mic that comes with the headphones, and in my opinion, I mean, it gets the job done. It might not be super duper high quality sound for my voice, but it's definitely good. It's pretty high. I would highly recommend these headphones to anyone that asks. I know they're pretty expensive, but they're worth every penny in my opinion. So very, very amazing purchase for the Astro A40s. Obviously I got to represent my college. I went to IU, so that's the koozie, and then Mountain Dew on deck always because I'm always thirsty. And then huge Game of Thrones fans, so there's my Winter is Coming House of Stark coaster because, you know, you got to protect the desk. Let's see, what else do we have? I have my PS4 controller always close by because for the games that I emulate, so that they're easier to record on my computer, I use the PS4 controller because it works best with PCSX2, which is the PS2 emulator that I have, so this controller works best for that. And then I also have my Xbox One controller that I just recently got, mainly for the Naruto games because they were very difficult to play with a keyboard and mouse because, so if you guys don't know, to fight, I had it mapped out so like this was the attack button, and the A button is the space bar over here, and then the chakra button is over here, and then you move around with WASD over here, and then the directional keys are over. So it was all over the place, and it was very confusing, and that's why it was always hard for me to keep up with the button mashing stuff. So Xbox One controller, also an amazing purchase if you're gaming on a PC. Highly recommend that because I do play a lot of other Steam games and stuff like that. Let's see, what else can I go over? As far as recording goes, you can see right down here, I either use OBS or Fraps. I use OBS mostly, which is an amazing program. It is free, so that's the best point about OBS, and it works super well. I use OBS for recording and streaming, so both. So most of the videos that you see from me are done through OBS. Minecraft videos, the forest, anything that requires a little bit more juice, if it's a higher quality game, then I will use Fraps. Fraps is okay. It's not my favorite. I favor OBS over Fraps. And since I use Fraps occasionally and Sony Vegas, the Fraps format has to be converted, and to do that I use Handbrake. So if you're using Fraps and you're not sure how to convert that stuff, then Handbrake is another free program, really epic and easy to use. And I think that's about it. I mean, Photoshop, I do all of my own thumbnails and stuff. I love photoshopping things together and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much it for the desk setup. I mean, you guys saw the controllers, the computer, keyboard, headphones, camera up there. I got the dual screen setup and all that, my high-tech monitor stands. So now let's go over what is actually inside the PC itself. Okay guys, so this is the innards of my PC. These are all the parts with exception to the DVD drive, because I forgot to put that on this list when I was putting it together, so that is actually not on here, but it will be linked in the description below as well. So inside of the tower of my PC is the AMD FX 6300 3.5 gigahertz 6-core, that's the CPU. The CPU cooler is a Cooler Master. Obviously, Cooler Master is fantastic. The motherboard is Gigabyte Brands, the ATX AM3 Plus. As far as RAM goes, I have Team Vulcan and I have 8 gigs. I thought about going with 16, but right now you can get by with 8. So I was building this PC on a budget, so I was trying to keep the price as low as I could. So I went with 8 gigabytes because 16 is just, it's nice to have. Don't get me wrong. If you can afford 16, absolutely 100% get 16. If not, 8 gigabytes is fine. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I have no issues with 8 gigs. Let's see, storage. So I actually have it split. So I have a solid state drive, which is the SanDisk right here. It's 128 gigabytes. That houses most of my programs. It hosts my operating system. So Windows 8 is what I'm running. So that is on there. So all of the startup times for programs and such are super duper quick. Again, if it is in your means to get a solid state drive, do it. 100%. It will change your life. It's the future. Solid state drives are the future. They're fantastic. I love having that now. It's literally amazing. Literally. And then the secondary drive that I have is just a Seagate 1 terabyte. That's where everything else is. When videos are in the editing process, after they've just been raw and they've just been recorded hot off the presses, they go to this drive and then they're edited and then they get transferred to the external that I showed you just a moment ago that is on my desk. And then this also holds like Steam and all of my video games and all that kind of stuff. For the video card, I have the VisionTech Radeon R9 280X 3GB. I love it. I have had no issues with it whatsoever. It's fantastic. It performs very well for me. The case, which you actually saw, is a Corsair. It's I have no idea why it says white. It's not white. The picture is black. The case is black. It says white. It's very confusing. I don't know. But you guys saw it. It's pretty cool. It's got a couple lights on the front with the fans and all that kind of stuff. Fancy schmancy. Power supply is the Corsair 600 watt, and then the keyboard, which you guys saw, is a Cooler Master gaming bundle with the optical mouse for a $30 price point. Not so bad. So this was the budget build that I put together for myself. Obviously, you don't need a DVD drive. You can absolutely get by without them. I wanted one because I just find it easier to do installations for like the operating system and things like that. And plus, if you ever want to use a DVD or watch a DVD for some reason on your PC and you don't have it on a USB drive, then it's nice to have that drive. I'm a little old school in that way, I guess. Plus, they're not that expensive. It's like $10 for a DVD drive, so no big deal there. And then other things that aren't on this list that you saw are the 2 monitors themselves, and then the Astros. Obviously, the rest of the stuff is actually right there in front of you. Oh, and my Logitech face cam. So all of this stuff, again, will be in the description below. I'll put a link to the PC part picker list if you want to check this out, and then I'll also link the individual stuff if you want to any more information on that. I'll probably just link it through Amazon or whatever is best. And that's it, guys. That is my setup. That's how it works. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. I'll answer them as best as I can. I don't know. I told you it wouldn't be that exciting, but there you go. This is what I work with every day. So this is how I make all of the videos for you very lovely people, and I very much appreciate that you watch them and that you care enough to ask me what my setup is. So that's really cool. So there you go. Like I said, any questions, anything you need to know, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, if it was something that you're into, if it was something that you wanted to see, then make sure you hit the like button. And if it's your first time stopping by and you just wanted to check out a cool setup video, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, stick around, check out some of the other stuff I do, a lot of gaming videos and stuff like that. And as always, I will talk to you all in the next video. Later.